Hello, everyone. It's been a while. Welcome to our Wednesday streams of a currently unnamed campaign. The reason is the name of this campaign is an obvious hint to the players, and we're going to be keeping it as a guessing game for 5 sessions. On the fifth session, or after the fifth session, the name of the series will be revealed. We have several of our wonderful returning players, all playing new characters. We'll introduce them over time. To explain to this world, I'm going to begin with a little prologue. 19 years since the fall of Imrith, the doom of the desert, who thought and sought to rot the world with a terrible amalgamation of giant assaults, betrayals, subterfuge, and all of the 5 types of giants began to rise in anger. The world seemed in severe, if not mortal, peril. That was except for the aid of a few heroes, the defenders of Faerun, the Moonpigs, as they're colloquially called. These brave and noble souls, 19 years ago, rallied together, giant and small folk, into a common cause, calling on great powers like the Lady of Waterdeep, Samoshi of the Air Elemental Plains, a great prince genie, Storm King Hecaton himself, all of the Storm Giant lords that would obey him. The 2 that betrayed him were the Countess Sansori and the Fire Duke Zolto. Whilst a bloody battle reigned on the top of Imrit's amphitheatre, her main hub, the party descended in secret, as relatively as you could to a dragon's lair. It was Ashk-Koraban, the wild matron herself, dwarven Oath of Ancients paladin, who slew Imrith with a hammer blow to the skull, crushing her skull and horn inward. Her head has since been brought to the court of the Storm King and has been placed upon his worm skull throne. And every year since, for a total of 19 in total now, there has been a celebration in Neverwinter, as a point close to many prior holds of Faerun, and also a fitting and suitable point for the Storm Giants. This has been chosen as a place where small folk and giant unite together and celebrate in revelry for the defeat of this great and terrible opponent. Many of the defenders of Faerun have progressed on in their lives. Some have raised children. Some have fortified the world from darkness. One tried to plunge them in it. And now, on this 19th day, wherever you are amongst Neverwinter, you begin hearing the trumpet sounds as the caravan from the great city of Citadel Felbar, with Prince Durin Frostbrand at the helm, on a throne of gold and splendor, a great altar to both Barona and Muradin. Floating on several magical discs, it is moved in with an honor guard. By him is the illustrious defender of Faerun, Roman Nomarin, and his traveling companion. Nerwin, you enter the gates of Neverwinter, looking about into this enormity of a city. Would you like to describe to everyone here what you look like?
Why do I gotta go first? Alright. Well, as basically one of the Warforged chosen by a defender, I stroll in looking like that of a paladin. Not really draped royal gear, but more just traveling clothes that have, the holy symbol, well, the holy symbol of Stromos, who is the actual storm giant god, basically. And walking in, basically within, regular attire, made of metal and wood, enchanted with magics, with a bright blue flaming mohawk, to basically be which was inspired by his master, and that's pretty much it. Like, nothing.
The Warforged are a race of magically imbued people, once mere soldiers and machines of destruction under the force of Sansuri. When her control over them was shattered, a large number of Warforged gained sentience in the backlash of her destructive spell failing. When they were being cornered up to kill, Sildar Hallwinter, new king and lion crown of Neverwinter, stepped in and defended their right to life, that they were nothing but slaves in this, and now are free. And as such, your people owe a great debt and loyalty to him, as well as to Roman Nomrin, who was one of the first. Your master, and now one of the world's most prized alchemists, is highly revered amongst your people. As the throng steps in, this enormous host that seems to be built up of people from Everland and Triborn and Phandalin, so many people coming on this one safe caravan. There is a titanic figure who stands above all others, 28 foot tall. You see an enormous frost giant with the helm carved from the skull of a white dragon, a great cloak of scales, white, on his back, and two mighty massive axes. Additionally to this, underneath his cloak you can see a second layer, which is almost like starlight flowing from his back. As he steps, he is very close to a large a large platform that is being rolled by oxen. On this, you see a beautifully but titanically large maul. It is being crafted with the design of Stromos's face, like a spike to one side, and a striking lightning bolt coming from the top of it like a horn. This is a gift from the dwarves of Citadel Felbar that is being blessed by the elves of the High Forest as they passed. This is to be given to the current queen of the Storm Giants, as she will be here on this day. And Harshnag watches carefully over this newfound prize, refusing to allow any to come near to this beautiful, lustrous craft, protective and diligent. The ancient storm giant looks like he has seen 1,000 lifetimes of war. But still, there is a large, soft smile on his face as he enters. Along with him, there are many other great and powerful people. Durin Frostbrand rides astride, right next to, if not in front of, this offering, atop a great throne, and he's reading a small book. Small by standards of what most dwarves would read upon these, as this is where great archives of retribution and reverence are given. And he is sounding off hymns and rhymes about the efforts of the defenders of Faerun, the efforts of Sildar Hallwinter of Neverwinter, of the efforts of the king of Gauntlgrim that has since passed. And he holds great reverence to Storm Queen Cerisa, who now rules the Storm Giants. But next to this enormous throne, there is an honor guard, as well as a number of clerics and priesthoods of Barona and Muradin, and many other travelers who wish to travel with this party to learn from this great and old and respected prince. Only not a king, for he does not yet have a hold of his own to call himself king of. But there is somebody walking amongst his clergy. Krauser, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, you see it's quite strange. You see a human-looking, young human-looking girl, probably early to mid-20s, about 5.5, 5'8", maybe roughly. Long red hair and like quite a heavy dwarven braid going down her back. Fairly hefty armor with some simple sort of white and yellow priest robes over the top. And you see like a holy symbol of the two silver rings around her neck as well. And she does look quite out of place among all the dwarves, and just to see a human dressed in dwarven sort of attire is very peculiar.
After the many years of duality and friendship amongst dwarf, elf, and human, it has come to a stage where, whilst before it was not rejected, it is now a lot more of an open element to allow people who have suffered or who have earned their keep amongst different races to live and gain propriety and note. But amongst this large group, there is a stone giant, maybe 20 foot tall, wearing these fine crafted robes, with underneath a fire giant crafted fire designed armor underneath his robes, and a large fiery band around his ring finger. A large number of slabs are in his side satchel as he walks, and half his face is almost like looking at the flesh of someone, in regards to flesh under skin. Sore and pulsating looked, but carries himself with dignity and pride. Between him and Harshnag, very few would have noticed the small individual who walked between them right now. Ollie, introduce yourself.
So, as walking through there, you see a long trench coat, mattered with nature itself, old rips and tears across the coat that can be seen, covered with life. In wearing inside of that was a male, about 1.7 meters tall. Quite a tall individual with long brown greying hair that reaches down just below his chest, but kept back from his face, but you can clearly see unkept and unwashed for many moons. Small beards are growing across his face. That is not long enough to be a full beard, but enough where it's noticeable. The first thing that most people notice about him is his eyes of pure silver. He overall looks like he's one with nature. Parts of him made of vines and branches and oak itself.
Okay. After the many long years of reprogression and redevelopment, and with plenty of aid from the wild matron of Gauntlegrim, the small village of Thundertree has risen to be a great grove for druids and many kin of that nature to enjoy the Judaic arts, as well as serving as a small point where perhaps one may be able to step beyond our plane into one far more extravagant. After this great entourage steps in, and it's an enormous courtyard already, as this great host of dwarf warriors, of clerics, of even a few dwarves that look almost barbaric and feral in nature, that wear no armor, that have just got great manes of hair, of wild oranges and pale whites, great weapons upon their backs. A Slayer throng came as well to ensure the safety of this great group. But now we look to the wider scope, as all of Neverwinter has turned now to come and greet this, as many of you look up overhead and you see Sildar Hallwinter is flying from the keep atop a great, now greyed griffin. This older man who looks well and truly into his late 60s. The beard is thick and comes down to a point here where it is braided just below the chin. While tired, his eyes are gleaming still, and he flies down to greet his new friends, his old friends. But within these small streets, there are still peculiarities. Like a group of women, 4 in number, that walk together, talk together, look alike, and are quite bizarre. 0 little. Nemo, 0. Now it's your turn.
Called me by the wrong name for a second there. Yes.
It's almost like you use 0 in both your. It's almost like you use 0 in both your names.
Yep. As that says, you see a group of maids, as it appears to be. One seems to be more leading the others than the other 3. Although they all look identical for the most part, there is one distinguishing trait among the leader, whose arm remains still at its side and whose hand is forced hold on a hollow iron rod by means of a series of bandages. They look on at the parade with interest. And for the moment, that is all that could be said about them.
Everyone's face.
I'm showing off one of them, and also, Blue, I have been showing players each of the characters as we've been describing, so you can put them up on the screen.
Yeah, they just all popped up for me as well.
Yeah. So then,
Just me who hasn't? Oh,
no, I've shown you to everyone.
Yeah, they will pop up in a sec.
Yeah, it'll take a minute because it's a bit wonky, I'm sorry. But after that then, what you see a lot as well is there's a lot of children at Celebration because this is closer to the autumn time. So there's a lot of things falling from bloom, a lot of flowers and wheat crops and everything are being cut and worked and used. And one thing that happens a lot is there's a lot of market stalls that sell so many unique and wonderful things. And as you're watching this flight overhead, you can't help but notice 2 Aarakocra fly alongside Sildar. These 2, one is a bluish color, this other one is a beautiful, or more simpler colored Aarakocra fly together either side of him. And then flying down and landing by yourself and watching all of this happen. Kika, would you like to introduce yourself?
So Kika, as sort of described, takes after her mother in the sense that she has very unusual colouring. She appears to be a bright blue colour, accented with purple feathers. And her feathers seem to glitter and sparkle in the light, as though there are tiny stars caught within them. She's on the small side. Out of all of the Aarakocra that you can see together, she is definitely the smallest. And she has a slight fluffiness around sort of her neck and her body, indicating downy, fluffy baby feathers that haven't quite grown out yet. So she's considerably younger than everybody else as well. Her general demeanour is of somebody who feels kind of uncomfortable and is very nervous, and she clings to the side of the other Aarakocra very attentively, as almost if she's afraid to get lost.
And this other Aarakocra next to her is a very large... If you could describe an Aarakocra as bulky, this is what you would describe him as. Very large chest, and you can tell that the wing muscles and the muscles at the chest underneath are broad and strong. Very confident, very alert-looking individual who seems very reassuring to this poor young Kika. But Kika, as you're looking about fluttering, you see someone, and you begin flying down to greet her. As already getting a fresh flower crown for her head, Posey, get in there, girl.
Hi. Okay, so you see a seemingly elven young woman with kind of reddish pink skin, very vibrant, like rosy skin. Kind of long red hair that kind of fades to white at the ends, just covered in freckles, these kind of two blue eyes sticking out under a very long fringe. White and purple flowers kind of drag through her hair, and kind of these long kind of dark purple, almost bluish dress that kind of trails around her. She's kind of picking out flowers and little trinkets. Yeah.
And as I believe I've introduced everyone, you look about yourselves, and there's already a great raucous amongst them, amongst Sildar, amongst Kirok, Tian, Roman, and so many others. They all begin just embracing and hugging for old times, and the crowds begin dispersing. The guard keeping about that hammer with a great amount of interest. But as this is happening and you all begin spreading out, you all feel there's a lot of activity. There's already a lot of people smashing kegs and having drinks and being roarous and loud and activists and everything like that. There's one spot that seems a little bit quieter, and with the noise it's getting a bit much, and you all begin, in your own way, one by one, you begin stepping towards a small little tent. Two very large men, maybe 8 foot tall, on either side of this tent, have their arms folded with enormous muscular arms, larger than even most of your heads, with a thick club to either side for one of them. And, each one has a club to one side. And Kika and Posey, I get to start saying that now. You were the first two, as you see this elderly crone figure. By all definition of a hag. A large wart on the nose, and in her hair, in this like scraggly mess, you see a single large blue, beautiful flower. As she just sits there and just as she just shuffles cards between her hands. Dearies! Little Kika and Posey, was it?
Hello, it's good to see you again. The flower is very nice.
Thank you. And you can tell that there's you can tell this is a woman who can definitely hide herself, but she's just dumb, just being like, I can't stop smiling, kind of, I'm aware that I'm being dumb, kind of thing. Thank you, dearies. Now, before anything else, I have card readings to give, don't I?
I seem to remember you saying something about it.
Yeah, that might have been brought up.
It'll be fun.
Little Kika. It's quite alright, dearie. Would you like to go first?
I won't look if you don't want me to.
No, I wouldn't.
No, you should. It's more than okay.
God damn it, Wes. This whole group's so awesome.
We did it, Blue!
Oh, God.
Not even started!
Oh, God.
Oh, God. I already got a fucking ship name. You kidding me?
Kika's feathers have fluffed up out of nervousness, so she is very maximum fluff at the moment. The wings are all puffy, her neck feathers are all puffy. She's just like, I don't need to go first. No, after you.
I can go first if you're worried.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go first then.
Okay, so she steps forward Or like you step forward and you watch as she just like leans outward, and she's got these enormous, like her like forearms and her hands just seem like they're too large for a woman who's so scraggly and small. And she just begins shuffling the deck. Tell me when to stop.
Now's good.
And she clutches it. Flicks, 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 flicks. 4 cards. One is at the top. One is to the left of you. One is to the right of you. And one is in the middle. First, my dear, we must look at your major card. And she flips that over. It is the throne. A card that shows a rise. A card that shows, should potential be harnessed, a place might be found. This is a card that many great and powerful women of our time have had as their arcana. As we read off the rest of Posy's prophecy, we flip the first card. The Jester. This is a card to indicate your past and current. It means to be jovial, to laugh, to love, but caution must always be had. One cannot let themselves fall, as she flips the second card, to the Fool. This is a belief and an acceptance of knowledge that might not be as true or as important as you might think. Many times the fool is the wisest man in the court. You just need to listen to him properly and follow, as she flips the last card, your star. This shows in your future there will be a guidance. This shows that in your future there will be a sign. And you must be brave. Follow the star when you are alone at sea, child. Metaphorically, I don't mean that you're going to be out in the boat.
Well, I mean, you can use the stars to navigate. That makes.
Now then, little Kika?
Go on, it's not so bad.
Okay. I guess.
And she just like sweeps back up the cards and begins shuffling again very rapidly, just like mixing them all up heavily. Now then, Kika, would you like your conundrum? Just tell me when to stop.
Now, yeah.
She stops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Puts the deck down. Now then, let's see. Your major card, the Knight. This is to indicate a rise to calling, be it one of your own heart or one of a duty. This is to show a desire to protect that which you love. And this will guide you above all others, but it is to be brave, even when you are most scared, child. And then she flips your past and current to the key. This is to say that you have unlocked something, be it now, tomorrow, or that you simply have your key and you know not where you will be opening it. But you have something, and there is a power there that can be unlocked. But only you can open the door. Lest you be, and she flips the second card, the Fool. This, for you, is much like it is for Posy. A card to indicate that you cannot let yourself believe what you currently know. You must trust your heart. There is important what others say, but your heart will indicate the most of what you think. And even then, sometimes, we are our own worst liars. Believe in yourself. That is your greatest power. Lest you fall to flames. There will be a rebirth of sorts in your future. The phoenix always rises more beautiful after it has fallen. This will indicate that you will have a harsh lesson. And you will learn. You must learn. But I'm sure someone like you, your own heart, no matter who else is about you, is strong enough. And you just watch as she just like taps the tip of your beak very gently, very slightly, just a little. And already the cards are gone back into her hands, and she's already shuffling back then again. Is that the Warforged of young Roman? Well, not nearly that young anymore. He's nearly older than I am now.
No.
Master Wittick!
Yes.
And you guys just see this. How tall are you currently?
Currently.
About a 6'4".
6'4". Posey, Kika, how big are you two?
That would be 4 foot
6
8.
foot.
4 foot 8. Kika's
Yeah,
small.
Well, you look small. You are very small.
She
Posey
is
is
small,
6 foot
but
tall.
she is small,
Posey's
and
6 foot
also
tall.
she has a slight slouch.
Just wait.
Yeah, big bitches in here yet. You guys just watch as this like larger and bulkier Warforged is like stepping forward and like steps around the side of both of you politely. My young Wittick, tell me, has your master come to make any more deals or trade? Wittick, you are aware of this woman. She has made
I kind of figured I
deals.
was.
You watched that Roman has made deals with her before. He's never let you make deals with her.
Yeah. No, we are just here for the festival. My master wanted to come very much this year because he has new things he's created.
I'll be sure to try something of his and make trades with him, but for now, Wittick, we're not focusing on the old, we're focusing on the new and reforged. Would you like to see your wonders, Wittick? And she just like is playing the cards between her hands again.
Just kind of. What? Why not?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I declare a thumb.
No.
Bloody hell.
I'm
Don't-
sorry.
You don't want a thumb war with a Warforged. You'll break a thumb.
You don't want to play. You don't want to play You don't want to play childhood rhyming games with a hag.
Yeah.
So, you watch as she flips up your first card, and just give me a second because I've left yours over here.
Oh,
Prepared.
Preparation.
I left yours over here, said the hag.
Oh no,
As she
there are
gets
some
up on-
cards
Pull down
missing from my
four.
deck.
As she gets up and she
God,
walks,
it's
into the,
rigged.
she walks into the next tent to get her Warforged's deck of tarot cards.
Yeah, it's a different way of reading the future. You
Yeah, it's
have to
different
have
for
specific
Warforged.
Warforged ones.
You get
I
one
love
like
how
the gear
everyone-
and the spanner.
All these weird and wonderful people, and you pull a weird face when you hear about my character.
Yeah, but
Oh.
ours are weird in the standard D&D sense. Yours is just weird.
Yeah, but we
Yes,
expect that from you,
yeah.
and I love it.
I love everybody's just confusion though. It's like there are 4 people.
Me and Blue are like,
Wait,
we've
what?
been here
How are you
before.
playing 4 people as one person?
We used to
He's back, he's back. Everyone shut the fuck up.
She pulls the card first, the donjon, and you
The
see
what, sorry?
Dungeon?
Dungeon.
DONJON, and you see a hand in this very unique card that is chained at the wrist, and the chain interlocks around to the base. This is to indicate that you are, in your own way, trapped, be it by your own choices or by what you believe is your destiny and your duty. And chains exist if for nothing else to be broken. That is why you must, as she flips your first card, look back to your destiny and see your star. The star will guide you. This is something you've seen before. These are your lessons. These are your tribulations and your travels. These will help you. And always follow your star till you can see the new. Flipping the middle card, sun. This is your beacon. The rise of a new day. This is to be your future and your current. This is your change. Something will awaken in you, be it a great new warmth, or the revelry itself of the sky. But you will have a new dawn. And she flips the final card. And perhaps this will be your future, for you are enchained, and your future might be the key. As the key is your third card. This is to indicate that your future, there will be an unlocking. Something about you will grow far beyond what you believe you can be. And your old shackles may very well fall off. But they will not fall off of their own volition. You must break them. And there's a moment of hesitation and frustration a little bit on her face as she looks past you. And you have been so intent, all three of you, that you turn all around and you see 4 identical women.
Kika, sidesteps a little bit so that she's ever so slightly behind Posey.
A raven is on the one woman's shoulder and sort of leans over to try and keep it. Just seems to like you.
You again, dearie. Back for... Would you like a reading like everyone else here is getting? I'd feel rude if I wanted to grant you one.
That would be most generous. One would be foolish not to consider all counsel.
Only one of them is speaking, and it's the one at the front. And you guys just watch as there's only one that if you look at her, the shopkeeper's eyes are only trained on one of them. So then, let's talk about your court, King. And she flips your first card. Fates. Your fates will intertwine with many. This destiny is your greatest thing. But will it be a destiny you control, or will you let someone else take dominance? The moon. Your past has a darker side, but there is a bright light in there, a sheen of it. But you must be careful. A fool is one thing, for they have wisdom, but you cannot be, as she flips the middle card, an idiot. Presumptions and a lack of allowing yourself to truly grow, to truly learn, not only of yourself, but of the world and of you. This is a bane, and one you must rid yourself of. Or your kingdom, she flips the final one, to ruin. Something of your designs is going to fall apart. In this old way, you will find your new truth. Should you do so, and find your new way, from the ruins, a new king should rise. Cards immediately back up.
Thank you. That is quite informative.
It looks like everyone is coming about now. And there's a moment as you guys are all looking, and like you're all looking about, and like there's a lot of people now. All the stalls around her are now full, but you're looking across, and she's just like gawking, like she can't help but gawk at this young woman who's currently like looking at some lovely baked goods and pastries, and is like trying to decide. Tyrone, finish up with her if you don't mind. I would like her to come over soon. And you see like this burly dwarfish fellow who's just he's still got these like, his hands are almost as thick as mitts. It's like, all right, yes, all right, love it. There's your coppers. Good. Enjoy the blueberry. And he immediately goes to another customer. And how tall are you? Just to throw you in there as well, because you're a bit
We have to have
thinner,
a
right?
full height chart.
I need a height chart.
Who you talking me? Sorry.
The quadruplets are
I'm
average human
assuming it's
size.
you.
I'll just go figure out what that is.
What's it? Oh yeah. Sorry. Am I cutting out for anyone?
A little bit in there. I didn't actually know
Alright.
who you were talking about there. If it was me
Yeah.
or
That's what I was just
Talking
asking.
about you, motherfucker.
I'm 5'8".
Okay, you're the same. You're
I'm
just
finally taller than Kay.
Suddenly, she grows 3. Tell me, my dearie, what's your name?
Oh, my name's Runara. What's yours?
Lunara. You may call me the shopkeeper for now. I have
So
many names,
strange
but that
name.
will be yours for now. Everyone knows this shopkeeper. If you ever ask, I would like to see the shopkeeper, they will say, a shopkeeper or the shopkeeper, dearie. Would you like your fortune read?
Oh, my fortune?
It's entirely harmless.
I don't know. I mean,
I won't force you, dearie.
no. I think I trust my future to someone else. I don't need to know my fortune. No.
Do you trust it to the sun?
Not the sun. To Verona.
The hearth, the sun
She-
of the forge,
She took
the
care of
sun
me.
of the fire.
I've pledged myself to her, so I trust her with my future.
I can respect that decision, dearie. I truly can. And like as you're like nervous, you get your hand out on the table. You just see a soft, like feminine hand just like pat out to yours. Not the haggy claw, but just like this gentle touch from her before she pulls it back.
But thank you, though. Thank you for the offer.
If you ever wish to come back, I'm sure at least some of these tarots will still apply. As she's there as well, you can see there's multiple figures coming around now, and there's a tall human who's stepping around, and he's noticing that there's a very unique entourage just gathered around this seemingly, and you can definitely get Serenas, you can get some Fey vibes, and you're just like, what is this? What? I'm now curious, and you're just like poking your head over everyone. How tall are you again?
6 foot. It's about 5'11", 6 foot.
So you're just like looking over a few of them. You have to like look past Posey because she's certainly tall, but then her hair, it's like it's got its own height.
It has a certain amount of volume, yeah.
Beautiful volume.
Yes, of course. Mostly
Hello
flowers.
there, young boy, young fella. I see you're looking with interest. I could offer you a reading. Or, if you want to peruse my shop, you can do that too. I do, after all, do more than just for...
After seeing all of these people I've travelled with so far on this carriage have fortunes, I would like to inquire about my future.
Very... Let's look at... And you've not said your name yet. Let us look at Sereness's story. And she flips your first card. Uriel. You see a woman with the head of a dozen snakes looking back. This is an indicator of caution. To respect rules that exist. This is not a card you can take lightly. But trust in yourself, but do not ignore counsel. And she flips the first card. The Talons. You have, in your time, had what is most precious to you robbed, even if you were too young to know it. And these talents have plucked you up and dropped you away from where you truly belong. Perhaps you may find your way back there. She flips the middle card. Ruin. There will be a change in your future, dearie. Change that may come soon. Something that you value may crumble apart. But if it falls, the foundations are still there to be rebuilt. And sometimes something must fall so it can be built better, stronger, with wisdom of the past. And she flips the final card, Flames. Here is a rebirth. If you take these two cards and you combine it with the Flames, this is an indication that a lot of your world may change in this time, but you must adapt with it. You must learn with it. You must be confident. You must be sure of yourself. And without a doubt, you will be made as you step through the fire and be reborn a newer, better you.
Thank you.
That music was perfectly timed, I'm just saying. So then, I do believe I've gotten all of you. Well, those who... I won't press anyone else. But I'll always be around. Maybe. For now, dearies, why don't you all together just go about yourselves? You seem like a fine young bunch of people. These kind of events are all for making friends. None of you know who any of you are. You can be yourselves. Be free. Be careful. Have fun. It's a day of revelry. And as she looks away from you, and looks to like somebody else who's coming up, and is like brocering off like some broken bits of like bone and pieces, she begins talking to them as you all begin stepping away. And you're looking about this event, and there are a multitude of games. There is the Giant's Bane, which is a course where you are stuffed, like essentially you are put into a bodysuit, which is very rotund around the waist, in the design of a hill giant. And there's dozens of small trap areas in front of you. Like there's a 2-foot tall gushing bit of water that's flowing back and forth, getting rocked from side to side. There's like a small thing that is just filled with beads that hang about, but they're beads that are all designed in the forms of bugs. And then there is just a wind tunnel at the end of it, and there are prizes for winning this. But it is called the Giant's Bane. There is the Corbin Challenge, as it's been colloquially called, which is a mallet slam, and the why did I say Dragonborn? I was about to say Dragonborn. No. I'll tell you why I was thinking Dragonborn, because I have a Dragonborn written in front of me. There is a Dragonborn there, a burly, rotund, red-scaled Dragonborn with his arms folded, like offering out the hammer to people. And there's currently a large dwarf that is lifting a hammer as hard as he can and slamming it down, and it gets maybe 3/4 of the way up, and it doesn't reach the top yet. and desperately, there seems to be like a bunch of people who are trying to edge each other out, as there is a list of names to the side with different named people, but at the top, unchallenged, is Ashk Corbin.
I kind of look at Kika and just kind of point at it. Has your brother got any better at that? I know he was trying very hard when I...
You just see like a swinging hammer in the air, a slam down, and you just see do. Damn it!
That is a new record, though.
Wittig, go over here.
Something tells me that might be about to change.
Oh no, he can get competitive.
We can let them do it. It'll be fun to watch.
Why don't you
the
introduce
maids are
your
5'4",
brother
by the
to
way.
you,
Did some-
Kika?
Sorry?
Sorry, Nemo?
I was just saying the maids are 5'4". I did some math.
Small.
I can readjust that.
Would you like to introduce your brother to everyone? Kika?
Oh, yeah, as he was briefly described earlier, Kayak is almost the opposite of Kika, where Kika is...
Absolute unit.
Yeah, Kika is very, very small.
Absolute unit.
Very small, a little bit of baby fluff still, whereas Kayak is bigger than his father. He is the tallest Aarakocra that you have ever seen. He is chunky, muscular, and has the way his feathers like fall on his head. He has a slightly like his resting face looks ever so slightly angry. So that combined with like his size and his muscles gives him a very intimidating appearance. Right up until he opens his mouth and you realise that he's actually a big sweetie.
Yeah.
To be honest, real quick, I'm sure Wittig actually would have probably met them at some point.
We probably
Potentially.
we might be aware of each
I would say you guys might have actually met. And Kika, in your moment of nervousness, and Wittig, your focus on the shopkeeper, there's almost like that, because Posey's between you two. And you both just like look, and then you go, wait a second!
Oh.
Like you do the double take. It's like meeting your friend.
Yeah.
It's like meeting your friend at a con when there's a cosplay between you. You both just focus on the cosplayer and go, wait a second!
I mean, given the size comparison we've just pulled up, I'm not surprised you didn't notice her.
Yeah.
She comes up
This
to your
is
chest.
unit.
So tiny.
So small.
Hello.
Oh,
Yeah, puts a hand. Hello, Kika. How are you?
Posey kind of steps back so they can talk.
I just picture this massive hand just like pushes down the feathers, just like.
Being ever so gentle.
She's small.
And more so like, I know I am made of wood and metal. I don't want to crush things.
Small fluff.
I could break you.
I could have.
But I don't because I love you.
Okay, that was weird. Do you think that was weird? That was weird.
She always very very interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think Kayak's trying to beat the record again.
Ooh, I would give it a try.
Be nice.
You guys see that there's a big flurry in a moment, and you all hear a big rumbling, and oh, dung, and I'm gonna roll.
My character is going to say something to Posey when she steps back when there's time.
It just goes whoop, and you just hear, "Oh, for goodness sake!" As you see the weirdest way I can describe this. Think of a genie. Think of like a young Genocide. Now mix them with Fae. There you go. Like this air Genocide with a Fae touch to him, and a long flowing hair that is just like almost like this. It's almost like Studio Ghibli's Color Green, flowing in the wind kind of vibe. Give that kind of vibe to it, but and there's like a big oh. But yes, back to the character.
Back to who? Sorry.
You wanted to say something.
You motherfucker.
Ah, yes.
To moi?
Yes. The head maid, as she steps back, just says in Sylvan, "An interesting reading." Presuming, of course, you speak Sylvan.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
She chuckles a bit and then repeats the phrase in English, in Elvish.
English, where are we?
Elvish.
English?
If you're paying attention, then Kika's head will turn slightly as you speak in Sylvan.
Yes. You're not the only one, by the way. Every
I know for a fact
Sylvan
many
speaker, raise
motherfuckers
your
in this
hand.
party speak.
And when I say she chuckles,
What was
he
that,
just
Daz?
goes, my apologies.
Sylvan, a million heads turn.
Pretty much.
Who can speak Sylvan?
Me.
Me.
3 of you
There
can
you
speak
go.
Sylvan.
I know I look like I should, but I don't.
Nope,
But
just common and
when I say
giant.
she chuckles, it's more of a polite, forgive me. And she repeats it in Elvish, which I assume you do speak.
Yeah.
No,
Says-
she speaks Dwarvish. She's the tallest dwarf you've ever seen.
Tallest pink dwarf.
I mean, I'm still watching.
What did you say? Sorry, anyway, I didn't catch the first time you said it.
An interesting reading.
Yeah, I think things like that are very entertaining. Well, it sounds like a lot of you have some difficult times, but you're going to emerge as very interesting and awesome people. Which, sounds like fun.
I have my suspicions that our fates are in fact intertwined.
Oh, you drew the fates, didn't you?
I did indeed.
Well, if you think so, you must know.
One does not know, one suspects.
Oh, okay. Have we met? I feel like I've seen you.
I believe we passed each other the other day as you were conversing with the Aracock.
Yes! Now I remember. Sorry. I didn't recognize you for a moment.
It would be hard, I am currently in disguise, I'm afraid.
Oh. I suppose that's alright. Fucking, yeah, sorry. Narrowing, just going through the motions.
Hey, Nerwin, give me a strength.
fucking
That's alright.
Nerwin, give me an athletics check as you're swinging the hammer, because I imagine that's Wittick shouting, "Motherfucker!" About 2/4 of the way up.
Keep trying, I'm
Perhaps-
sure you'll get better. Sorry, what did you say?
Perhaps one will to show you my true face, but it can somewhat alarm people, and I do not wish to cause a panic, you understand?
Of course. Although I am very forgiving, I am weird myself, so I'm sure that you can't surprise me.
I suspect that may not be entirely accurate. I was in a magical mishap.
Oh, that sounds... I was going to say
Forgive me, I
fun,
have
but I
not-
imagine...
Now go ahead.
She said, I was going to say that sounds fun, but I imagine it was...
Forgive me, I have not properly introduced myself. My family name is King. At least that is the one I have taken. May I know yours?
I'm Posey, nice to meet you.
He gives a very gentle curtsy.
She gives one back. We are surrounded by strange and unusual people, it seems.
Indeed. Perhaps the makings of something very fun and interesting indeed.
I certainly hope so.
As this conversation is happening and you're talking, you all just begin hearing an enormous amount of revelry, and you just hear, "Wild matron, wild matron, wild matron, wild matron," and you just see on the back of an enormous boar, wielding an enormous maul, just walking straight past the hammer contest. She just lifts it up in one hand. Boom! Zoom! Ding! You watch as the horn at the top goes inward, and confetti pops out. Red confetti and pink confetti pops out, and everyone just goes, "Hey!" And you just hear right next to her, "That is my wife!"
And I was like, wait, no!
It's too easy, just immediately. Initially,
Actually
And
does something cool.
it's the
Immediate reaction.
that is
As
my
everyone-
wife.
And as everyone is like, cheering her on, as she's atop this enormous vine-covered boar. Think of like the boar out of Studio Ghibli's design, but if it was all fey and not fell. And you just like see everyone is like cheering her, and she just like looks over for a second, and you hear this enormous pink tiefling, muscular, with these slightly smaller horns. They're not like long horns, but they like go back to me about half the side of the head, pink face. Babe, they've got cupcakes again. And she just watches the board just pushes past people in that direction.
That's my girl.
As everyone is splitting up a bit, like, there's a little bit of a dispersion because there's a lot of chaos. Kika, you feel a hand on your shoulder. Slightly paled colored, but it is...
There's the immediate sort of fluff, and then it's like,
Sorry, there's just too many people around.
It's fine, it's fine.
Have you seen her? I can't see her amongst everyone else. Is Posey here?
Yeah, she's right, there she is.
Oh, okay. And you just see that he's got like something behind his back. Yeah, I'll talk in a bit. Okay.
I'm gonna insight check him.
I'm assuming, I didn't hear you, but I'm assuming this is Puff.
Yeah, I'm assuming this is Puff. We know who Puff is, if the others don't.
Yeah, Puff is the aforementioned Fey-touched genocide.
First roll, and it's a good one.
It's the first roll. Other than Wittek, sorry.
My first roll.
You know
goes downhill.
You know Puff. You know Puff. He's nervous.
Are you okay?
It's not a frightful nervous. It's a shy.
Are you alright, Puff? You seem weird.
Yeah, bye. And he just like turns around and leaves. And it's just like does a step off because Posey's making his way towards you guys. And Kika, as he turns, you see, funnily enough, very similar to the one that the shopkeeper has. This large blue flower. And he just like immediately tucks it to his front so no one can see it as he walks away. But you see it as he turns. Oh, catch up, buddy!
Okay, bye. Oh. Okay.
I've been here 5 minutes.
He's done. He saw you last night. Let's see now. So, there's a lot of things you could do around here. There is multiple games you could go and interact with. There's multiple games you could, like there is like say hoop toss contests and things like that. Called Archmage's Scatter, and each one is like a different one that's been designed after one of the defenders. Whilst whoever is throwing it has to throw on a orangey yellow garb as they do it, and they get to scatter.
One
Kay has just ascended a little.
one for every defender.
Well, everyone that's made a statue.
Okay.
Oof.
Well, still is a statue, we should say.
There is multiple games, multiple like beverages and frivolities going on, but how about let's see, can I get, actually, you know what, I'll say this because it's probably, because I know at least 2 of you have a decent
what, sorry?
wisdom. I'm going to say for both Serenus and Runara, you hear one of the stall shout, "Hey, thief!" And you just see like this small hunched figure with like a hood and a cloak up, rushing away with an enormous, like for them, like they're maybe like 3 or 4 foot tall, but they have a large bag of gold that they've just clutched to their chest. And it's one of the shopkeepers like throwing, like one of the like vendors, who's like seems to be throwing, like making all these like individually customized knickknacks and things like that, throwing a small like plank of wood or a small like bit of stick or something after it. He goes, "You little thief, get back here!" And as he tries like to run off, like he can't, realizes he can't because he's got a stall there. He goes, "Ah!"
Is he like running towards us or like away from us?
No. It's not too far away from you, but he runs into like say an alley that's close by this.
Am I able to give chase?
You
Yeah,
can certainly try.
I want to go tap on Wittick. Wittick, can you help us out? And I'm gonna run over there as well.
Okay.
I guess we're running.
Yeah. No one else
Yeah.
needs a perception check. Whittick's running.
Yeah, if
Dun,
Wittick-
dun, dun,
Looks at
dun.
Kika.
Yeah, when-
Looks at other people I was with. I guess I'm going.
When Swittick moves, Kika's like, follow. Don't leave me alone.
And
How
then the
far
Force
away is
Stooges-
this happening from us?
And then the Four Stooges follow.
How far away?
I would say like the courtyard's not massive, but it's maybe like 60 odd feet away. But there's loads of people.
I'm going to send my Raven to follow, and we're going to follow as well. But the Raven will be able to keep.
Yeah,
an
the
eye.
Raven will keep up while your servants assist you in moving forward, and you'll just be directing them as you go. They know this song and dance, so they do that. And can I get a survival check off of both of you, Runara? And I'm just going back to the names constantly just to make sure. Serenus and Runara, can I please get survival checks to keep track of
I
Real quick.
have to have them on sticky notes in front of me, otherwise I'm gonna forget.
Which one was that again? Sorry.
a
Survival.
survival
Survival.
check, please?
Real quick. I can only imagine it's the whole thing of like an extrovert brings an introvert out with them, and so it's a like
Those two are all or nothing. If I've never seen that, that is all or nothing. Right?
This is the wrong way round, Blue.
It's weird,
This is
isn't
not how
it?
this goes in real life.
I had to play a different character.
You can
Yeah,
see he's
and-
fucking Wittick running like, don't leave me!
No!
We need, we
Oh
need
my
the
God,
Benny
it's
Hill theme play.
Oh my God, it's the
Party, I
one.
don't need you to leave.
It's the one friend of the party you're just clinging to. You're like, no, don't go.
Do not leave me alone.
And you guys take after this small figure, and they're rushing and they're darting and they're like frantically about. Like you can, like you can't really catch them, but you're like dashing after them. And there's a moment where we are Cernus, where you can just see around the corner, like you see it, it's like it's stopped, it's looking in the bag, and looks up at you, and you see like these beady little eyes poking out from it, but the hood is long, it's like very low and down. You just see it goes, "Bleh!" and just kicks something, and you just see like a small manhole open up, and it just jumps.
Oh dear. Do we get a closer look at the creature to see what?
It's basically it's entirely covered, like it's
We can't see
more or
like
less a
any
silhouette.
skin or any. No, that's
Can we
fine.
get a height?
Not in the darkness. 3'4".
Hmm.
It's a tiny little miscreant.
I guess we're gonna follow him. I will-
Down there?
This is my first quest. We need to stop. This
Can I
thief.
just jump? Can I just jump while they're mid talking?
You just go straight in.
We need to stop this thief.
Oh god, it's gonna beat me to the. I'll follow him.
Well then go.
I'll follow him.
You
Okay.
follow, and everyone else begins following down.
Is this wise?
Uh,
Here, grab
King,
onto my
as you,
back.
King,
Keep
as
you
you're
safe.
moving,
Yeah,
King,
my
as you're
Raven
moving,
pops down with.
as you're moving and like your entourage is following, like a guard heard this, and there's a single guardsman following you guys as well. Like, what's going on over here?
That was a thief.
King will also field that question. It's like, yes, he's heading in that direction. I have a familiar with eyes on him.
Okay, and he just like moves past you because they're like carrying you, like literally. They're oh my god, you know what they're literally doing? You remember like the schoolyard thing of like crossing your arms over each other for like the king's throne? They're literally doing that.
What they call it in Japan, the cavalry battle thing.
Yeah, more
Yeah.
or less. You're doing. There's a guardsman. It's like Wittick and Kika. You're talking. There's a guardsman who shows up. Like, oh, I heard there was a thief. Oh, you two are. I'll accompany you down. Let's go.
Oh dear.
And like he steps down, you guys step down, and we're gonna take a break.
Yeah.
Ooh, it begins.
We're in the sewers already.
Why is there always a goddamn sewer level? Okay,
Let's
Don't
get out of the
worry,
way
I'm
now.
getting it out early.
right. I will leave the stream up, but I will mute it. We will back in 10 to 15 minutes.
Boom.
Hey guys, we're back.
Hey.
Smite!
Smite!
Not level 3.
It only takes level 2 for him. Give me a sec, folks, because I'm trying to.
Previously on whatever this
guys-
campaign's called.
I tell you what, I might be generous and I might give you the name at the end of this. We'll see. So
Nah.
might do. So as you guys all rush down, please put yourselves on the map where you can find yourselves, as there's a small area with a guard next to it. As this guard is coming down with you, having heard shouts of a thief,
Oh, I
and
gotta
is coming to
close
accompany you.
all the windows now. I left all the windows up.
I would have been following where the thief was going, so I don't know if that would be further in or.
You would be
I'll put
oh,
myself
sorry,
here just for now. Oh well, that is not
Which
a
way
token.
is,
That
like-
is a square.
Which way is like in?
Nice.
give you an idea.
The transparency.
Someone did that token real good.
Bruh.
That's, you got the small ladder there. That's how you came down.
I'll fix that next time.
For
In a... Excuse me, sir.
You forget yourself.
Fucking Posey coming in here with a special fucking order. Oh!
I came down first, so I presume. Should I be furthest along?
you
Yeah,
guys
you should
will
be
be
at the front.
furthest along.
Yeah, so the
I want
bottom.
both of you to give me. Give me a survival check, both of you.
Yep.
Who was that? Who was the other one?
I'm assuming me and you, Ollie, because we're
Yeah, I'm
following.
pretty
Yes,
Sure.
both of you, please.
Okay.
Worth noting that King has had the other three maids stop at the sewers, and she's descended and said she'll meet up with them.
Noted. Okay. As you both step down, you're keeping an ear out, and you're just hearing ting, 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 a small bits of gold. And but you hear it through the pass.
In the distance, you can also hear.
Here. Here. Like up that way. And as you do, and you're looking around, and you look, and you see just like a small figure. They're rushing now. Like their back is straight, holding the bag underneath it, and there's bits of coin and things falling out into the sewer and around them. Small bits of gold from this shopkeeper. This is a hunched, maybe 3 foot tall, scrawny little thing. And it's just yipping. You see that it's got a long, rodent-like nose and these produced fangs to the front. And this tiny, scraggly little tail. He looks scrawny and pathetic and measly as it's just running with his bag. Whoa, what happened there?
I'm alive.
Go
What happened?
jump down it again. Don't worry.
Okay,
We're
so
here.
was
My
only
whole internet crashed.
Oh
Everything.
dear. Jesus.
Oh jeez.
I'm back.
All right,
Okay.
Cool.
welcome back.
What just happened?
We'd probably be up here somewhere, I assume. If we're
Yeah,
a little bit ahead.
give you an idea. You can walk around the side of it, like, you know, across the red brick. The it goes down to like a 2 foot high water at thing. It's really
Ugh.
Got it. Yes.
as you see that little wretch running with a bag of gold.
Surprise, surprise, guys. Dash is doing Skaven.
Green.
Who could have
That's
foreseen this?
Dash is putting a Warhammer race in this campaign.
It's fine.
That might have been
We're all
something
weird
else's
enough.
It's
fault.
fine. It's fine.
That might have been somebody else's fault, Nemo says, guiltily.
Whoops.
Oh yeah, it might be your fault. I forgot about that.
But yes, my raven's falling. We don't have
Oh
a
my
raven token,
God,
but we don't
I've
really need
just-
one. It's just
I see you in your villain moustache suddenly.
Yeah, we're gonna go into the sewers. Oh, yay! Guess who we see? Certain Zero.
You're all rushing in, and you like look over, and you see that Runara and I'm gonna say sorry, I keep forgetting your character's name. I'll say it for me.
Theranos.
Serenus. You're both there, and like you both can see it. So Serenus, move yourself up to her side there, and either her right or your left or your
I'd
choice.
probably be just in front
go
if he
into-
went down first.
Yeah, if you let's say like it's 2 foot high of just like dank, stinky sewer water. It depends how much of a hobo you are.
Fine by me.
Oh my
Wet
god,
through the boots.
This is our hobo wizard.
You have a hobo wizard. It's a druid.
Yes.
Before you're the plague doctor, now you've got a hobo. The variants of the druid. And you just see him, and he's just running there. And he just stops, like, mid-stride, like, one leg poked out, like... He just, like, shouts forward, going... Do you do anything? Because he's going to start running again.
I'm chasing.
You're still chasing.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm still going. So
I'm gonna.
so I'd run round.
I'm going
right
to
there.
take one of my. Try and take one of my walloping stones and see if I can throw it at it.
Okay,
try and
take
take
out
the
your...
balance.
Take one of your magical items, your walloping stones, and throw it.
Fuck, it's a walloping stone.
It's a stone that does a particular...
I'm not gonna be meta.
While he does that, I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself.
Right.
It beginneth.
It beginneth with a stone.
And what's the light level like down here? Is it dark?
it's dark, but the guard that's with you guys has a torch in one hand and a spear in the other one.
Gotcha.
Also, actually, everyone around me will have noticed I give off light
Oh my god.
Hey!
You have inbuilt
of like a
lighting.
candle.
Inbuilt lighting.
We can never do a stealth mission in this game.
The thing is, there's a little port on his front that opens up.
He has a
To a
little
light.
lamp.
Yeah.
Cute.
He's got his little arc reactor in there, you know.
Yeah, yeah, because that's the thing is that.
So Ollie, make your just you a you're gonna do magic stone with
I'm going to be using the stones
Hand
from
trick.
last. No, remember the ones we got from last time, last session.
Oh, your magic item ones, yes, but I mean like you're gonna use the spell or are you just gonna throw a stone? Like there's the
I'm sorry.
I know that you're using one of those stones as your ammunition, but you can use it with magic.
I didn't know if I could or not. I'll use. I'll attempt to do. I'll do magic stone on them then.
Okay, make your attack.
Sorry.
Just roll me a d20,
It's the
add your
First attack of the game.
and it's nothing. Roll just roll a d20, add your hang on a second, I'm actually gonna get up your thing to see what's wrong.
There is magic stone.
Yeah, I thought I'll put it in right.
Oh, that's the issue with roll 20.
Yeah, some spells are a bit.
You should have seen him trying to figure out Ice Knight.
Oh god.
That took a while.
I could have just sent you the copy and paste from my old character.
I don't worry. I've used him in. I've used once I figured it out with Das. I just
Yeah.
kind of used
It
it a
looks
few
like
times with other characters I
I
have.
saw it. It looks like you've got it in there good.
Do you remember the damage rolls?
For the item.
No, for the spell itself, for magic.
It's 1d6 plus spellcasting ability modifier.
Yeah, it's at the bottom. Yeah, on here. 1d6 plus your spellcasting hit or miss. The spell then ends on. Ow. It's in the description section.
So it's
Yeah,
range-
but you just previously you didn't do it, so now it's output it as a spell. I'm just gonna code this in for you. It's a d6.
It's also range spell attack, so then a 1d6 plus spellcasting mod bludgeoning.
I thought I had everything sorted.
It's fine.
cool.
You never do.
You never-
Whether
You're
it's,
okay, my lad. Don't
whether
worry.
it's,
Ollie,
whether it's your
Always
health
new
computed
spells
wrong.
as well. It's always new
Serenus?
spells.
Sarah,
Yes.
tell me your wisdom modifier, please. I'll put it in.
Wisdom.
Yes, because that adds to your damage.
Do you mean just private message it or?
No, just say.
It's +4.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
looking at
We
your
can-
spell.
we
I
can-
was like ready to type it in, and you just swapped over the thing.
Apologies.
That's how Roll20 works, sorry.
Yeah, I keep forgetting.
Hopefully, we will not recreate the first session of the last campaign.
No, because we should all have our health done correctly.
We should, in theory, all have our health correct.
Also, let's see how many. If we get extra attacks, let's see how long we go with forgetting that we can actually attack more times, huh, Charles?
Oof. Oof.
Why are y'all coming
So,
at me
Ollie,
today?
Ollie, throw that spell. Throw that spell out now. Magic Stone.
Yeah.
That definitely hits a vermin. Go ahead and click on the word Magic Stone that has popped up next to the 16 for the damage roll. Fuck.
Wow, okay.
You guys
well,
just watch as this.
Damn, and the dirt
you
is
guys-
gone.
Well, firstly, I'm going to make a strain check for him. He would have succeeded on your knocking prone of the Walloping Stone, but you killed him with it.
Yeah.
You guys watch as this hobo runs forward, grabs out a pebble from his pouch, yeet, and you just hear as the little verminous creature drops dead. Out from the shadows, you see another one reach up, yes, Jimmy Jeff, and grabs the bag and runs off.
Oh, no way. I'll hold up my magic symbol, my holy symbol, and I will 2 seconds. I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame.
Natural
Felix
one.
calling.
Natural one.
oh dear.
Yo, sweet. Sorry, I had to let my girlfriend in. Sacred Flame. Boom.
You just watch as another one runs up to try and grab the bag.
That bit's dead.
And this time you hear, and because of your high perception, both of you that are at the front, you just hear, and you just begin hearing it. And you see the bag gets lifted up again, but there's nothing there this time. And
If I don't know if we're in initiative or I want to follow it, so I don't know if I can follow it
you're
now.
not in initiative right now because they're vermin, they're dumbasses.
So I'm gonna follow it.
What's happening?
I'll continue to follow.
We're in a chase.
At this point, I would actually have ran out.
Yeah, you guys are like rushing up, and the guards with you guys as well.
Ah!
The king is going to say to the guard, do we have permission under your guidance to attack with harmful
Kill them!
spells?"
Kill them! Kill them! Do not let them run! Do not let them run! Kill
Do we
them!
have permission to kill them? Has already killed 2 of them.
Look, I was planning to just put it to the side. I wasn't thinking it was gonna kill it, but I kind of was hoping.
If you don't want to kill it, declare that you're doing non-lethal.
Yeah.
No. I was aiming.
It's fine
to.
that it happened.
No, that's just
I
a rule
was-
of D&D to remember in the future. If you want to hit somebody to try and knock them out, you declare the attack is going to be non-lethal.
Yeah.
King,
I
King-
was kind of though.
King nods and says, under your authority then.
Where's the bag of gold floating now? By the way, can I see it?
We're going to use that other Skaven that's up there as well.
I'll head up a little bit and I will just cast Fairy Fire directly on top of it.
Okay. That's a dex check from me, isn't it?
I can't remember. Let's click it and find out.
I rolled a 7, so unless...
It's
Yeah,
DC,
no, not your
isn't it?
DC. Yeah, no, not a hope. You just watch as there's like a poof, and you see 3 little figures all just immediately silhouetted, all just like lighting up, and you just look at you go, yeah! And they drop the bag, and you see like they're like reaching, like you see the silhouettes are reaching for stuff in their pockets. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Ollie,
Yeah.
important to remember, when you roll initiative and roll 20, click on your token on the map, and then click initiative on your character sheet.
Oh shit, hang on.
9.
9!
Oh my god, guys. Level
you
1.
guys are gonna need to
Level
put-
1.
You guys are gonna need to put yourself back because I still had Roman and everyone else on that one.
Oh god. I remember what I rolled though.
Isn't there a
That's
thing
fine.
where you can like right click people and click add to initiative? But I can't remember.
Yes, you can. That's fine. I rolled the
I
same
rolled
thing
the same thing
twice.
Just click on yourselves again and you can change your.
Nemo and I rolled the
both
same
wrote-
thing
Oh,
twice.
I roll better. Change that to 9.
Yeah, I did as well.
Nice.
Best
Well done, Ollie.
friends. Best friends to the end.
Start how we mean to go on.
I'm glad Kay wasn't here to hear that because he would know what
Well,
song that's from.
I have a dexterity of 0, so most likely both of you would go for me.
I'm just
we
going to have
both
my
have a plus
raven
2.
have flown back to my shoulder once we killed the first one. It's very obvious when the raven goes to sit on my shoulder that it's sitting like inside my shoulder.
In the shoulder.
Yeah, you
glitch.
actually see its claws descend in, like pretty much like how it would. He's a
Yeah.
walking Bethesda game.
We've encountered.
He's gonna drink a bottle through his nose.
No, that's
Is it a
Dragon
bug or
Age, you
feature?
know it.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so Furman, that's a 6, so that's a 12. Okay. The guard rolled a 10 as well, but he doesn't have a modifier, so he's going after the first one.
They're all real good initiative rolls, guys.
Level 1. Level 1. Level 1.
Your dexterity.
What's going to happen is this middle one with the bag.
Okay, you're not
is
even
going
on
to rush.
the initiative table.
It's going to rush up to there, and actually, very important because you go first. You go first.
No,
okay,
He rolled worse before.
That was just. Was it 6? No, it was a 5. I lied.
Yeah.
It was just to get me on the table and then put in my original roll.
God, I
Level
wish.
1. Level 1.
Okay, so it's going to rush up there and attempt to stab at you. It's got this short, rusted cutlass.
Cool.
What's your?
18.
No.
Just
You just watch it like runs up, like this invisible thing, but you see its silhouette, so you know where the blade is coming. It's like, and that's its turn. The other one's rolled really low, so now it's going to be the guard, who is going to. Let's see, he's going to run. He basically like pulls himself back. It's like a 5-foot step to like get yourself back up, so a little bit difficult, but not too much. But he just rushes up to there, and he like looks up towards the other ones, and he's like giving out light to everyone with the thing. And he's pointing his spear out. Just kill them now! Do not let. You may as well remove that because we know they're all hit. They all failed.
Oh, I'll just put it there just for reference, but
Yeah.
Okay,
you know roughly where it is.
cool.
It's
So
important
that's
in
their
case
turn.
someone else goes in there, because if somebody else goes in there, then they're affected by it.
Is it a thing that sits there, or does it go away after it's cast?
No, it's
No,
an
it's-
AO, it's
it
an
sits
AoE
there for a
thing.
minute.
Yeah.
Hey, Kika.
Oh no!
I'll leave it up just in case.
Yeah, panic, horror, many words could be used to describe Kika at this moment in time. And her feathers are super fluffed up, and she starts ruffling them. Oh god, the battle music! No, the battle music. Don't like it. It's,
I can imagine Kika saying that in her head. Oh no, not the battle music.
Battle music! It's,
My mother warned me of the battle music.
She told me the skies have layers.
but I did not listen. Kika's ruffle was all fluffed up, and she ruffles her feathers, and she gives herself a really big shake, to the point that it almost seems like she's shedding little bits of stardust as little flecks of gold and glitter seem to come off from her feathers, and she has this little cloud like around her, and then she just sort of blows the cloud, and I cast sleep, which is big,
Yes,
big
because
enough.
it's only useful at low level.
Yes.
Especially against this kind of enemy.
If this
What's the
works,
radius?
this is going to be the
What's the
first time I've
radius?
ever seen it
Ah,
work, and
all of
it's
our-
not programmed
All of our
incorrectly.
spells are programmed incorrectly. Thank
Okay,
you,
so
Roll20. It is 5D. It is
so-
5d8. I'm sure you know how it works, there. So.
No. Give me the radius. What's the radius of it?
It is creatures within 20 feet of a point, so it's.
What
freaking-
point are you choosing?
Probably like here, so it's like all around.
I'm within
here.
20 feet of that point.
It's fine.
Yeah, move up one.
I move
No,
up one.
she's like, if she does that, she does that, you know.
I'm panicking. Yeah. So it's it's
So
five,
Kika, roll.
That's
it's
anxiety.
5d8. There's no save. It's just the health.
Yeah, that's why it's
It
so powerful.
It,
So
start,
My
it starts with
powers
the lowest
combined.
health first.
Oh no, it doesn't matter.
the funny thing is, you could technically very easily put her to sleep if you roll low.
It starts with the lowest health first.
Yes, it starts at the lowest. So each one has 6 health. So that's the first one, the second one. All 3 are gone, and you have. Let's see, how much you have left then. You have am I looking right? 12 left, so you have 2 more. And you hear, like, in the corner further away from you, like up the way, Renara, you just hear 2 other things go.
And then once the dust is like settled, also Kika's feathers settle, and she goes, okay, that's better. Okay.
You give her a pat on the head. Good job, Kika.
Yes,
Speaking
you're
of our
very
patting
good.
friend. Speaking of our patting. Oh no, sorry. It won't be you. Instead, it'll be Posey. Posey, you've a higher dex.
Do I? Are you
Yeah,
sure?
I have 0.
Oh, okay. Then yes. Posey looks down at the grossness and is like, okay, maybe not. Takes a step forward and it's just gonna. I can see this one in front of Thingy.
Yes, you can.
Her name is Runara. How dare you?
There we go, Renara. I wasn't looking up to where my sticky note is. She's like, where did I put that? She kind of pulls up. She has a little crossbow, and she's gonna shoot her.
With advantage.
Is it advantage or dis?
It's
oh,
prone,
advantage
so
because
it's-
fairy fire, but it's
Oh,
prone.
is it prone?
Straight roll.
Oh,
Straight
So it's
roll.
a straight roll. 12.
That hits a goblin. No, but it's a goblin. That ain't no goblin.
It's a goblin.
Oh.
That's a phrase now. That hits a goblin.
You watch as this thing begins like falling asleep dozily, and it's like as it's like 3/4 of the way down, you just watch it get pinned to the wall. Ching.
She's like, oh, that worked.
You're like, I did a thing.
It's
Fuck.
dead. I'm gonna stay with Kika.
You're
He
like,
is
I don't want to
distressed.
use my things to get me too close because friend is distressed. Warforger, robot in disguise.
Alright, since that's what I know. Yeah. You stay here, Kika. I'll be back.
Be
And jump
careful.
across. And pass the guard. Excuse me.
He just like gets the fuck out of
And alright, well, let's see. It's 10,
How deep is this water, or is it just shallow?
5.
The actual
Actually-
like, step down is like almost like 3 or 4 feet down kind of thing. I like to step up and down from the water, but the water itself is only like 2 feet deep at the bottom of it. It's very small. It's just,
Actually, wait.
stinky.
Silly. I'm a warforged. I don't give a fuck if I smell.
Because you can't smell.
Yeah, so, actually,
Wittick, how do you smell? Terrible, but I can't tell.
Others have informed me that I smell bad.
yeah. Okay, see if I have to basically jump down in and just. Hello, small creature.
This is an advantage, by the way.
Oh.
If ever you are going
This is
to cast
very
something,
cruel for our first combat. It's like everything's asleep. We go around killing them.
Yeah,
Is it 21
Kika does
hit?
look slightly horrified, actually.
I'm gonna think a 21's gonna hit a guy who's literally got no armor.
That'll hit a goblin.
God damn it.
That's 8.
Well, that's a crit, so that's a 6. Well, technically, that's like what? What's your strength mod?
4.
Is that
So
a
that
crit?
was a. It's a crit because they're asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh, auto crit.
It's an auto crit when something's unconscious.
Oh yeah, they have the they technically have the unconscious debuff.
That's why sleep is very powerful.
Quick.
Sleep, the most powerful thing you know. Paladin.
Wait, are they drowning? Won't they take damage on the next round and wake up?
They're choking on shit.
Quick note as well. Not magically.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
sure you're
Choking on
alive. I
shit.
thought you choked on shit.
Quick note as well
No,
for
I don't get
Wicket.
it.
You need to make a deck save. You're in fairy fire.
Ah, yes, you do. This is gonna go poorly.
It's a high quality Starkid
well.
joke for anyone who.
But I'm gonna say this: fuck
Yeah.
you, because
Uh,
my drink went up my nose.
You also lit up. You are lit up by.
Anyone
Well,
who
that's
wants to
right,
hit
right.
him has advantage.
What colour is
Drink
the
going
fairy
up your
light?
nose is similar to what's
it's
happening to the
That
rodents at the
yellowy
moment.
gold.
Ooh.
It's not actually pink. That was just the color that I clicked on. It'll be like the same sort of color as
Yeah,
my
that's
Bordeaux.
Okay, this one is dead. Serenus.
Yes. So I'm gonna. Is the water rough terrain? Difficult terrain.
It's not difficult terrain. No, it's just atmospheric.
I sludge through the water.
Robot and hobo together in unison.
And I attempt to do magic stone again.
This is going to be, well, the thing is, it's going to have partial cover because it's kind of next to that thing. You'll have to move up further to get close. There's
Okay.
a small bit of like a lip of the stone that's the footpath around it that's giving it a bit of cover.
Although if you want to attack it, it's also verified, so that will.
It's going to be a straight roll, but it does have a bonus to its AC. So
Yeah, 'cause-
it's normally quite pitiful AC. Has a little bit.
I mean, I can probably just move around a little bit.
yeah, you've got a bit more movement, I think, to get around.
I think I could probably make it to.
You could probably get behind Wicket, roughly. If you go
Yeah.
diagonal, not around. But
Hold on.
Do you want to yeet it? If you get up there, you'll definitely be able to see it. 100%.
Yeah, I think I can just get up to there.
Yeah, you just get up to there, stone out,
Yeah.
throw it. It's gonna be a straight roll. Yeah, that's gonna hit him. AC 10. These things are meant to get hit a lot in the face. Wait, no, not AC 10. That's AC 9. It's fine.
Pretty sure it's dead.
Maybe.
You know
It's
when a pistol that's way too small blows somebody's head up and fall on floor?
Yeah.
It's like, this gun should not have done that. Shung, a pebble. Shung.
I just picture myself just taking out my out of like this little bag. I kind of throw it up in the air, slightly grab it, and then doosh.
Just like, ding, ding. Okay, that's your turn, Serenas. Your Majesty.
Am I able to go past Posey? And...
Yeah, you can go past your allies. Also, Blue, I'm aware you said when the thing isn't up, I lag a bit, but it's really difficult to control the
If
map.
you can't, then it's fine.
It's really difficult to control the map. When it's RP stuff, I swap all back over, but for now, it's...
Alright, I'm going to take the dash action following the path.
You're taking my action? What?
Dash
yes.
action. Oh dear.
To follow the path going there, just passing the other two. As I do, my raven's going to hop off my shoulder and jump on Kiki.
It flies... Kika, there is now a raven
Kika.
an inch from your face.
Ah,
It's sitting on your shoulder.
hi.
You two can continue to scream at each other if you...
It grooms you a little.
Runara,
yo,
it's your turn. Oh, sorry, you don't want to do anything with your bonus action.
Me? No.
Okay, back to you, Runara.
I'll drop my fairy fire.
Okay, Fairy Fire is now dropped, and the concentration on it is dropped as well. Anyone who was affected is no longer.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 foot to there.
Okay, you see a vermin just like hunched over to...
Where's the
Okay, so
sack?
when they're sleeping.
Runara just passed the sack, actually.
It was like on this. I'm assuming it's
Yeah.
like on this corner.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on the corner there.
Do I see anything around this corner, like down here? If I just poke my head around, or
Give me a perception check.
sure. That's that one right there.
At present, no. You're just hearing your friends. You're hearing like the commotion of, oh god, there's Ratman! Ah! Like everyone is just chatting right now. You can't hear anything.
Ratman and
over it.
Birdman.
And both the two in front of me are asleep. Yeah.
Yes.
Let me just double check what spells I have. I will just Sacred Flame the one. I'll say one
Okay,
closest
it
to me, but they're both
automatically
the same.
fails because it's unconscious.
I'll do it to the one directly opposite, so this one here,
Go ahead.
on the right.
By the way, they were meant to go on initiative. Yeah, dead.
I love that max damage rolls on all of the Sacred Flames.
Man, you guys are just killing.
This is going a lot better than the last time.
Yeah, session wins can be real painful. But this one's going fairly well.
And that is my turn.
Listen, don't remind me.
Okay, that's your turn. Okay, the guard's on. So, real quickly, I'm going to move the guard. He's going to move up past you, Nara. He's going to, like, dash up. He just points towards the goal. Somebody get that gold, and somebody get up there and get to the king's hand. Please inform him of what's going on. Like, as he steps forward to, like, make sure the rest of these are dead, he turns back to you, Nara. Listen, I need you to... He just gets taken out. There is an enormous blur of fur and dust, and you just see blood squirt right out from him and on top of you, Renar. Your face is smeared, and he's just slammed into the wall next to the Sleeping Skaven, which is also crushed. And there's an enormous buildup of a cloud and bellowing dust, and just here. Just this enormous gurgling creature that you can just see these hulking red eyes piercing out towards you. And your fight or flight instinct kicks in.
What did he say? Get the king's hand? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Get gold to the king's hand and let them know what's happening.
Okay.
I'm going to take my it's not really a turn or anything, but I'm going to turn to my raven and mentally command it to go to the triplets, but not before saying call Kingsguard, and then it will mimic me. Call Kingsguard, and then it's going to fly to them, repeating that message over and over again. Does that make sense?
Yeah, they whoop off. They go to do that. So as this is happening, you just see like the dust and this enormous figure is just billowing. Like the dust is kicked up to such a degree currently, Renar, that you're kind of like blind, like shit. You're like trying to see where you're going, and you can already just see the eyes piercing out. The torch that he had is gone, but all you guys see are just these enormous piercing red eyes and just instantly kill this guard. What are you guys doing?
Let me find out.
Hey Kika, there was a very loud sound and the sound of somebody's death scream and a slam against the wall. What are you doing?
Having a breakdown, Kika is there just sort of going, oh god, they died because of me, I didn't mean to kill them. Oh no, that's my fault, I didn't want that to happen, I just wanted for them to go to sleep. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I'm so sorry. And she's just sort of like, and then
I'll say Posey, if you want to help her, you can.
It's okay. They would have hurt you.
and then there's the distant and the scream, and then it's just like, oh god, and there's something else. Oh no, this is bad. We should run. We should leave and go get help.
We should help.
King notes, I've already sent Cat to do that.
We should help.
Yes, my raven is called Cat.
Oh!
Yes, the
Yes.
Raven's called fucking Cat. We thought we'd address this.
We had this problem before. Okay, Kika takes.
Oh boy.
Okay. Feathers lay a little flatter. They're still kind of fluffed up, but they go down a little bit, and it's like, okay, help. Okay, I can help. Okay. I'll go. Witty, yes, Witty. And she flutters up because she can fly, and she's just like,
She can fly.
Posey, do you need help? I can help you.
If I can get to them, I can help. But she kind of looks down at all the like mud and shit, and she's like,
Hold on to me.
Can I? I'm
yeah,
assuming.
I can show you.
So she flutters.
Do you
up
trust me?
because of the height difference, she like flies up a little bit to like wrap her arms under your shoulders and essentially hug you. Very fluffy, very soft, and she will.
Soothing hugs mid-combat is exactly what I need.
And she will fly you. She has a fly speed of 50 feet, and when she comes around when she gets to there, that's when she sees the thing and goes, "Oh god!" Sort of like half drops you, but it's not really like a drop because she's right above the ground. But it's just like,
I'm basically like that far off the ground. Yeah.
oh jeez, okay, that's big.
Sorry, Frog's making good jokes.
And then
Good joke.
I guess as an action, then she's gonna cast a spell. as what looks like a
Oh
tiny,
fuck, that's big.
what looks like a tiny shooting star flies out of her hand.
Oh, fucking Christ.
It's a very small
Say
one,
it.
but it looks like a shooting star.
Say it in the right voice.
I'm gonna
The right
cast Eldritch Blast. I love it when all the spells are programmed incorrectly. Roll 20.
Yeah, I love it when you.
I love it when things work. We ask too much.
Yes.
Force damage. It is a ranged spell attack. There we go. Let's try that. That's better.
You watch as your blast smacks against the face, and now looks just right at you.
Yeah, and I use the remainder of my movement to go back around the corner.
Are you leaving Posey there, or yep?
I'm panicking. I'm panicking. I'm panicking.
Right. These redheads have got this. Don't you worry.
Redhead,
No,
same.
don't group me into this. I do not have this.
I'm not associated with you.
Fuzzy.
Fuck.
You just see there is just a snapped guard's neck, and he's just like holding it up in like
Who's this, like,
one
nothing?
hand. He's got it from shoulder to shoulder.
Okay. Oh god, everything I have. I don't want to get near it. I'm gonna shoot it with the crossbow again.
Panic!
I don't want to get in its grill.
No one wants to get in its grill.
19?
That's a hit.
I want to get in his
Oh!
grill.
Shoot.
Just to clarify,
Behind the corner?
is there a path through here, or
Well, it looks like
like,
there
is
is.
that actually
No.
a doorway? No.
No. That's just
Okay.
the map. There is no doorway there.
Oh, okay.
Yep, just checking.
As I kind of, like, go around the corner and, like, press myself to the wall. I'm just like, good luck, Renara!
Oh, thanks.
Panic.
There's a tiny bird crouched down, and her feathers are basically going in and out as she's breathing, just like.
And turn.
Okay. Posey's done. Whittick. This is a.
Finally, a challenge.
Battle will be legendary.
Rest in
Running
peace!
up, running through the
Oh,
water.
bless you and your paladin attitude.
Oh no.
13.
Bless you when your
Roll your
paladin
damage.
attitude is, like, the most terrifying sentence I've ever heard a DM say.
Roll your damage. That just hits.
That's what I figured.
Shing, you stab it in. And you just stab the blade to the hilt, and you're like, haha. The hand's around your wrist now. Oh no. It's just going.
Yeah!
Serenus.
I was
Right.
a slave to a dragon, motherfucker.
Right, okay. I'm going to try Ice Knife and throw it at it. Let's hope
Yeah.
it's programmed incorrectly.
It probably isn't.
I realized I didn't switch back to normal.
That's definitely a hit.
Right.
Hey, Whittick, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh,
I
it's
said how
Friendly
you fight
explodes.
with
fire.
Explodes. It explodes.
It explodes in a 5-foot radius,
and you're right next to it.
and you'll get that high quality 2d6 cold damage.
You take 9 points of cold damage.
Oh, fuck, there's a lot at low level.
That's a lot for level 1.
I'm not counting anyone.
9 is
You're
a
all
lot.
learning to. Thankfully, the cleric is up next. Well, soon. Bonus action. You want to do anything? Serenus, you
It's a
throw out
free
this
action
knife.
to scream.
Yeah. Serenus, you throw out this knife, and you just watch it sink into the up the nose of this beast, and it explodes outward. And you're like, yeah! And it just looks pissed. And you look down, and there you see Whittick, who just got blasted in the face. Oh, like he got hurt by.
Well,
Whoops.
Bonus action. Do you want to do anything, or are you done?
nah, I'm done.
Okay. King.
Do I actually have more dexterity than Runara?
I'm plus 2.
I'm plus 3.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
good. You go first. Yeah, having your wizard
and
and your cleric with bonus to them. Yeah,
Am I plus 3? Yeah, yeah. Sorry, that's 16 on dex.
yeah, you're good.
14.
Okay. Ooh, I should check the distance actually. Oh yeah, plenty. I'm gonna head up to that. I'm going to see the monster. I believe it's a free action just to pick up an object.
Yes, it is. Well, yeah.
You can do it as like part of your movement, and it's,
Yeah, definitely.
Well, it usually says the free action can be one pickup object.
You can pick it
one
up. You're
drawing of a
good. You're
weapon,
good. You can
one-
pick it up.
I pick up the gold. And
see that.
it seems to sort of be stored into me because of you probably get the idea.
Yeah.
And and I look at the rat and I just say, "Cease," and I cast Chill Cup.
Miss.
Oh well.
This was not part of my plan.
I should say
Yep.
it does hit. It just doesn't care. It's like ting.
Yep. I just reach up a hand. You
Jesus,
see the
I-
magic sort of.
It's taking a
generate from-
lot of damage,
Right.
but it's still.
Yep, and I put up my good arm and point it at him and just sort of make a clasping motion, and the little claw goes up and a
Tries
spectral
to slap
claw,
him, it just doesn't
rat
work.
tries to grab hold of him, but it doesn't seem to be digging.
Instead of going for a slap,
Yeah.
they went for a caress.
Yes. It just went to your face. Ah.
Hey Wittig, how you looking? Oh,
Where's you got now?
this water smells.
On a scale of 1 to 12, I'm at a 3.
All right. Yeah.
Dear.
Oh god.
Level 1.
I don't want to go in the water. It smells.
Level 1. Level
I'm
1.
gonna tentatively climb into the water and smell real bad, and I'll just touch my hand on Wittig, and I'll just cast Cure Wounds. Boom. Level 1. 5 healing.
Hey, girlfriend, stop messaging me. I'm currently DMing. Okay, so you heal for 5.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'll get my mace out, and I'll just be there, like, holding,
Okay.
ready to...
It looks like it's taking a lot of damage at this point, and it's almost like in a feralish state. So at the top of the initiative, it's it. And it's going to take its first swing at Wittig, and it's going to take a bonus action at disadvantage then at Runara. Plus 6. Is that 13?
That does not hit.
Just slams against your shield, but the Warforged stands in place, and now a bonus action swing at disadvantage because it's just a wild flail back at you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, that's 16 or
I love that.
8.
20.
Roll terribly. You just watch it like swings at you, and you just put up your shield, and Mason just bing off of it. So it's trying to like bat between the two shields. He was like,
So it kind of looks like a big rat playing bongo.
yeah. It's the newest game from Nintendo. Screw Donkey Kong, we got rat.
Donkey Konga. Yep.
Oh, that's the best game.
Kika.
Okay. You can do this. You can do this. It was gonna like flutter around over above the water and like peek around so that she can sort of see. Yeah, I got line of sight there. I'm gonna try another Eldritch Blast.
I will say as well, the ceiling here, like from the stonework up, is 15 foot. From the sewers up, it's 20 foot. And this guy's hulking bulk is just like almost at the top. Like he's enormous and muscular.
Oh, jeez.
The big one. So do an Eldritch Blast. Miss. You shatter. You're shaking your hand. Boom! Off to the wrong side.
Oh. Just go
Rosie.
back.
Okay. I can move past King, yeah?
It's always
Hi, excuse me.
It's always presumed.
How
to be just-
fucked up does it look?
Probably
it's
notice if you
looking
go-
pissed.
Probably because of close proximity, as you go past her, you probably notice you go through her just a little.
Address later. Crossbow. I'm sticking to this fucking crossbow.
You're just like, you have served me well. You continue to serve me well.
Must not
Who
give
needs
away my
spells
class.
when you have crossbow?
Must not give away
I'm
my
trying to
class.
guess my class.
Oh, I threw that out the window. I was like, I'm just gonna be in character, and this is what she does.
Good.
No, this is what. This is
Roll
what she
damage.
would do. 6.
You should think it just sinks in, and this time it's like,
Please kill that quickly.
does not like you.
Patented wall technique.
Assume the wall
Shink.
position.
Okay.
Okay, Whittick.
Why is my name the only one that shows up in the initiative table?
Um,
Or is that
it
just to me?
It only
It's just
shows
you.
the characters you have got control of.
Ah,
yeah.
I see.
Right. I will stab at this creature again.
Okay, go ahead. That's
That
a
would be
crit.
with advantage.
Roll. Yeah, that's a crit. Go ahead.
That's
That
what we
first
like to
player crit?
see. Yeah.
If you don't count my fake initiative roll.
Yeah, which I
Ah,
don't. Please say you killed it. Please say you killed it.
Not one.
1 HP.
It's on 1 HP, isn't it?
2!
On 2
Two,
HP!
motherfucker.
Oh.
Fair enough.
Wait.
Take it out.
Action anything.
Have you got
I'm gonna take another stone.
He'll be.
Just get out a normal stone.
No,
This is where suddenly no one
Magic
can.
stone again.
Just killed it with a fucking rock.
Yeah.
And this is how
Well,
this is
do
how
it.
man
I'm
discovered
pretty sure
tools.
I'm pretty sure that hits.
Roll you down.
Do not roll a 1. Do not.
Nah.
Okay.
Hey!
Hey, it's your
Serena-
first kill.
Serena
Hey!
Stillwind. Serena Stillwind. How do you want to do this?
Right, so
Bear in mind, this is your third kill. You've already killed 2 vermin. You killed
I'm
the
doing
first character.
great.
You further killed the first creature of the entire campaign. You killed one that was asleep, and now you've killed the first big thing.
I'm doing good. I take one of the stones from my pocket after watching this creature just be pelted by a sword. Just
Yeah, I'll say
I
this,
watched
by
this.
the way, just real quick, Whittick, your sword, it lunged forward for a bite, and you just sank it into its neck, and it went out the other side. Like, you literally went from one part of the throat to the other, and you just began trying to twist.
so I notice I take one of my stones, I eye up its face, do magic stone on it, and like a baseball well somebody just about throw yeah. I throw it dead in its face.
You just watch as this, like, hobo just, like, again, picks out another rock. Boom! Shink! Straight. You watch as, like, if only David looked as good with the Goliath. As it describes straight into the skull. You just hear a
Hobo
chink!
versus Ratman is our version of David versus Goliath.
Who would win in a fight? Who would win in a fight? Biologically mutated ratmen. One hobo with rock.
Hobo with rock sounds like a
Yeah.
And
Hobo
Hobo on the
on the
rocks.
rocks, please.
Hobo on the rock.
he's a homo. He's a hobo on the. You just watch. He flings out that, cracks it in the skull, and it just falls dead. And you just hear in the corner, ah shit!
Is the bag that they stole near me, by the way?
King picked it up.
Oh, King's got it. Okay, that's fair.
Currently inside.
Just wanted to make sure someone had it.
Someone has it. And as you see, like, 2 sets of eyes down, like, the left-hand side of the corridor, from the right side, further over, where this monster, like, came out from, you begin seeing, like, eyes are just appearing in the darkness. Dozens of little sets are building up there.
Can I potentially use my bonus action to regen my stones?
They regenerate at the start of a new day.
You sure?
No, the
Yeah,
spell
at dawn.
magic stone can be cast as a bonus action.
Yes, no, he has a particular set of stones.
Oh, is it once a day? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, your ones regenerate at dawn.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
okay.
we've already
I need to put
confirmed how
that.
many
I need
we
to put that in. Sorry.
Yeah, make sure you don't forget that one because that's important because your stones are clearly powerful.
He could cast Magic Stone on just 3.
He could cast it on anything, but he likes his stones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you could say he's got the stones for this.
Got the stone.
And you have your movement. You're hearing like chatter from all sides now, like, and you just begin hearing a lot of moving water, as if like a lot of stuff are stomping in water.
King says it might be time to retreat and get more back.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Go ahead.
You can definitely, continue making your. So I have to ask.
I'm gonna stay there.
I'll just say now, for your next initiatives, everyone, are you guys just going to dash for the door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
There is
everyone.
No.
One thing before I do.
Okay, you two don't then. So what do you two do? Runara first. Or no, sorry.
No, go on.
King, you go first because you have a higher initiative.
My Dex, yep. The guard, did he have some sort of badge or identifying thing on?
Currently, it's if he had it, it's been crushed in the claw of that rat ogre.
Yeah, so no identifying marks. Or
No identifying mark, unfortunately.
That's actually. Before I dash off, I would actually just gonna grab his body.
Okay, you can grab his
I
body.
mean-
You're a big, strong lad.
Hey, wait 1 second. Wait.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna. Can I just give the audio once over? Does he look stable in any sense of the word?
His neck has been crushed inward. His spine looks like it. He looks shorter than he was alive. Like he's gone.
So at our
he
level,
took enough
no.
damage. At your level, no.
He took massive damage, basically.
Yeah.
Yes, because you guys didn't let this rat ogre charge at any of you. So yeah.
You're welcome.
Let's get out of here.
Yep, if they've got the guard, then yes, I'm happy to.
Okay.
I'm happy to dash.
So you all just begin dashing out towards the door, like out towards this thing stairs. Kika, you probably like grab Posey and you fly up.
She does do that. She grabs Posey and doesn't even climb the ladder. She just flies and like rockets out. And,
straight up the chute.
Yeah.
Ah!
The momentum
And-
carries them up, so the pair of them like fly above the rooftops for like a brief second before she's like, and then goes back down.
Yeah, as you like fly right past the rooftops, by the way, you see a hooded figure with a bow and arrow trained on the sewer grate. And the moment you two pass up, like he looks up in acknowledgement before his eyes are right back. And you just see that
Kika
he's-
waves and then drops back down.
Yeah, you guys fly back down to your position, and you can see there's a whistle in his mouth, and he's blowing it. Like under this hood, you can see like just a whistle there, and he's just blowing it out. And
Real
the
quick.
rest of you, yeah.
How tall is the ladder?
How tall is it? About 10 foot.
Okay. Well, since I'm gonna have a running jump to it, Wittig is actually just trying to jump up and out. Because I did the calculation. I did the calculator. With a running start, I have a long jump or a high jump of 7 feet.
Okay, so you just run up and you just ting, and you just pull yourself up with this guy, and you get yourself up there in no time at all. Wittig and Renara are the last two up,
Yeah.
and
I'll make
as
sure
it's
I
happening, you
bounce
begin hearing more skittering and more chittering, and as that happens, you just see an enormous hulking figure leap over this hooded figure and dive straight into the sewers from like above, and you just hear an enormous when they land down below before this hooded figure leaps down and joins them. It's like a brute just dove in, and then this lithe form just like dove in after them, and the grate gets pulled closed as he flies in.
It was probably worth noting that even in the panic state, this character only used one hand to climb up the ladder, but she's quite used to it, so she got up there.
And as you deal with that issue, and Gregor and Nezanar are going to go encounter whatever is very unfortunately down there right now, we're going to end the session there.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Awesome.
And for those curious, the name of this campaign is The Plight of the Princes.
Ooh.
Right?
Princes or princess?
Princes.
This is-
Princess,
Plural prince.
Well, that's a can of worms.
Yes.
Oh my god, that was so good.
Y'all having?
I love our group. I love our group.
Are you kidding me?
I love our group.
This, yes.
I mean, come on, guys. Home of the Rocks saved everyone.
We're so weird.
You were
love
so
weird
weird, but you're so
parties.
wonderful.
We're a weird and wonderful party.
We're like
So-
half very normal and half very, very weird.
And that's
Yeah.
half of each of you. Each one of you is half normal, half not.
Some of us are just a little more half than the other half. Right.
What are you
Me,
talking
Mel.
about?
Or look directly at the Eldritch.
What? Me? I don't know why.
What?
I see you in your villain moustache.
Just a
Well, you-
regular looking human mate.
Right, well, that was.
I see through you.
Goodness.
Well, that was wonderful. We're gonna take the stream down. We will have session 2 next week.
If anyone's watching, we normally don't stream at this time, right? Generally.
It's been a while since we've had a stream on Wednesdays, but Wednesday
Oh, weird,
about
but we
8
do that.
o'clock British time is when we will be trying to have this stream regularly, unless
Yeah.
things come up. Obviously, you can
Unless
follow.
things
You
get
can
from
follow us
time.
on Twitter. There are links down in the description. In the thing where you can find everybody's Twitter accounts and stuff.
Unfortunately for everyone, mine is also down there.
Yes, mine, Das's, and Kelsey's Twitter are down there. I can put other people's Twitter down there if they want. So keep an eye on those for updates as to whether sessions will or won't be happening. But they should be happening on Wednesdays at 8. So we will see you next week for session 2.
Yeah, boy.
We'll see you next week for session 2 of The Plight of Princes.
Bye.
Dun, dun.
Bye-bye.
Bye.